So this is the image I'm going to use, and in order to remove this background here from the person, there are many ways. So for me, I'm going to use the free select tool. So left click, so here it is. So in the mode, I will select replace current selection. I will check anti-aliasing. For the feather edges, I will leave it unchecked. I will feather the edges later. So this is going to blur the outside or the edges of the image to make the transition smoother. So I won't have hard edges when cutting the background from the person. So now let's start to learn some of the basics of the free select tool. So the first thing, if I create a selection, so I'm going to create a point. So you can either create a straight point, or you can just draw like this your cursor. And now, for example, if you made a mistake, you can type the backspace to go back from this point to this point. So it will remove this part here. So here it is, type the backspace. So if I type it a second time, so here it is, for example, let's do it again. So now I will remove this part here. So type the backspace. So here it is. And now, for example, if I close this selection, I will link this last point here with the first one. Left click. So if you don't press enter, you can still adjust the point. So here, as you can see, if I press the plus key on my keyboard to zoom in, so you can see the points here, you can hover over them and then you can modify them. So like this. However, if I press enter, so there are no points, I can't adjust my selection. So since I am on the replace selection, I will just create another one. So here it is, and now this one I didn't press enter. I can still adjust it. So here it is. So now I'm just going to remove this selection. So go to select none. Now I'm going to center my image here on the Canva. Left click here and then hold, and now you can move your image. So here it is. I think I'm going to place it here. And now in order to remove the background with the free select tool, there are two ways. You can either go the quick way. So for example, here I didn't zoom in that much. So I can just start here like this. Or you can draw. So for example, here like this. I'm just drawing. Now type the backspace to go back. Or the best way is to zoom in quite a bit. So now I'm just going to press enter and then go to select none, so that you will create a very precise selection. So here, for example, I will start from here. So remember, let's say I do a mistake here, just type the backspace to go back. So now this is just going to be like connect the dots. And for example, if I left click here, you can still move the handles, move the points, sorry, to adjust them. Now I'm going to use this scroll bar here to scroll up. So you can still press the plus key on your keyboard to zoom in or the minus key on your keyboard to zoom out. So here it is. Now I'm going to zoom in. So now, as you can see here, I have increased the zoom to 800%. So now let's press the minus key on the keyboard to zoom out. And now left click here and then hold and then drag it down. And now I'm going to left click. So now press the minus key on the keyboard to zoom out. So I have finished my selection. So here are the points of the free select tool. So now I'm going to close my selection. I'm just going to link my last point here with the first one. So here it is. And now press enter. And now we're going to feather the selection. So the first thing, I'm going to duplicate this layer. So click on this icon here so we can see the before and after. I'm going to hide the bottom one, select the top one. And now let's feather the selection. Go to select and then feather. So I'm just going to feather it by 1 pixel. Just type 1 and then press enter. I will leave here this one checked and then press OK. And now right click on the layer, add layer mask, and then check the selection layer mask. So on a layer mask, the black represents transparency and the white opacity. So the selection layer mask is going to fill our selection with white, so it will reveal it, and everything outside our selection with black, so it will mask it. So now just click on add, make sure to select the selection and then add. So here it is. And now let's remove our selection. Go to select, none. So now here is our layer mask. So if I press the plus key on the keyboard to zoom in. So now if you want to hide some parts here of the person here, select the paintbrush tool, make sure the foreground is black and then paint black on the layer mask. So here it is. And now Ctrl Z to undo. If you want to reveal parts of the layer here, the layer mask, change the foreground color with white to white, sorry. You need to paint with white on the layer mask and then here. So here it is, it's revealing our background. So Ctrl Z to undo. So now we just need to apply our layer mask to the layer, image layer, right click and then apply layer mask. So here it is, and now press the minus key on the keyboard to zoom out. So here it is. Now let's reveal the before and after. So here it is. So for example, if I create a new layer, click on this icon, fill it with transparency and then press OK. Place it under the person here without the background. Let's fill it with white. So here it is. And now I'm going to place our original image layer. So here's the before and here's the after. So now in order to export this image here or layer without the background, you will need to export it on a PNG format. So go to File and then Export As. So now I just need to change this .jpeg here to PNG. And now I'm going to export it. Click on Export. And now here I'm just going to leave all these settings as they are. And now just click on Export. So these are the metadata. So you can, for example, save the background color, resolution, or creation time. You can uncheck them. You can uncheck, for example, creation time. I'm going to leave, so this is the compression level. I'm going to leave all these settings as they are and then click on export. And now, for example, I will remove this layer here. Let's click on the X here. So now I'm going to reveal this one, reveal the white background. And now I'm going to bring my layer again, the one I just exported, to see if it has a background. So this is my image. So now let's drag it. So as you can see, it is .png. So here it is. So this is our original and this is the one without the background.